Scratty says,
Oh,
Scratty
thanks.
said, I was considering doing a White Mage 101 video series. I think that's a great idea, to be honest, because,
Please teach these healers.
yeah, as we've said, there's probably a lot of people playing Final Fantasy XIV who maybe haven't played an MMO before. I think you could teach them a lot about, like, hey, here's the proper things to do as a healer in an MMO.
Mm-hmm.
You obtain nothing. I'm just going to keep kind of going around, and I'm not going to go back and turn in this quest until I, until I can also get the level 5 quest.
Makes sense. Now, I don't know. I'm not watching this stream and have not done mining since the redo.
Yeah.
Does it still have where like you survey a node and it's like you have a 12% chance to get this, you have a 10% chance to get that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So right now, like looking at this node, I have an 89% chance to get copper ore if I try it. I have an 89% chance to get a wind shard, 89% chance to get a lightning shard, and 66% chance to get muddy water. So yeah,
muddy water you can turn in for guild seals, just so you know.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, you literally choose which one you want to try to get, and then it rolls the dice for you.
That's really cool. And then if I remember right, perception should let you get more. Like, it would give you a higher percentage on whatever you want to get.
That's probably why, like, immediately at level 1 I had over 50% chance of muddy water. It might be because I have some perception gear on.
Muddy water is like the... what's the equivalent in WoW? Like, whatever, like solid stone.
Yeah.
You know, where it's just like the junk item. But you can turn them in at the guild leave guy for XP and guild seals. So that's kind of nice. At least they let you do something with it, because I don't think you actually use it for anything else other than that. Just turning it in.
Giant ass turtle, just hanging out.
And the other thing this game has, which I like, is it has both like mob tagging, and then I can also, like, if someone else is fighting a mob, I can run up to it, start attacking it, and get XP from it still.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I do enough damage.
And they'll still get XP as well. You
Yeah,
won't be,
everyone
you won't be
gets a-
stealing
like-
their kill.
Yeah, you won't, and it's not like an XP share. It's like you'll both get 100% XP.
Yeah, again, part of one of the cool features that I really do believe that dudes who worked on this. I mean, we know what's his name, the new director who took over after Tanaka.
Naoki Yoshida.
Yoshida, that's right. You know, he's been very open, sort of the opposite of Tanaka, been open about saying, like, I play tons of MMOs, I love MMOs.
Dark Age of Camelot.
Yeah, which is interesting, because there's nothing like, there's not even any fucking PvP in this right now.
It's getting added in the next patch.
Yeah.
And there is some PvP, I think.
But, it's very clear to me that he played some Guild Wars and learned some lessons from it. Because there are some of those, like, just little quality of life things that Guild Wars did that nobody else really had, and that this picked up on. Kaniki says, I'm loving the crafting gameplay so far. I might just go and level every crafting once I get this game.
It's a good way to make a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, like, it seems like, as far as, I haven't messed around with retainers too much, but retainers are basically NPCs you can hire to help you sell shit.
They're both a bank and an auction house.
Yeah. It seems like with the retainer system, like, it seems like there's plenty in this game that if you want to focus on crafting, can keep you busy and works really well to actually earn you money and shit.
And you can even, like, crafting skills like leatherworker, armorer, and weaver all allow you to repair player gear, including your own. And they allow you to
how far do I have to get to repair player gear as an armorer?
It depends. Like, on your gear will be a thing that says it'll say, like, a little section that says crafting and repairs, and it'll tell you what level and what class you have to be to repair it. And it's actually really obnoxious because Dragoon uses both leather and metal and plate. They're like one of the only classes that use two types of
Sure.
armor. So I have to learn both to be able to repair my own gear. And you can also, they have materia in this, which I think we talked about already, which basically works like gems in WoW. It's just like a gear enhancement system. And you have to slot your own materia, you have to be a crafter at whatever level for your gear.
Oh, hey, this is somebody. Is this someone who's in our guild? Cassatoria Bladewind. I don't know who that is.
Who?
Cassatoria Bladewind?
Cassatoria Bladewind?
They're in our guild. They're following me around. Just
They
hanging out.
are... I don't remember who they are.
Right?
No, that is Snake Lake Sonic, I think.
Oh, cool. Hey,
I think.
Hey, dude. He's hanging out in the chat, so if that is actually him. Boss Cowbell says, "Hey guys, Final Fantasy 13 was the best Final Fantasy," and he's banned from the chat now. Snake Link Sonic says,
system in that game.
Snake Link Sonic says, "I was wondering when you were going to notice me." It's basically just like what Scratty was doing earlier, just staring at me, and I didn't notice the whole time.
Feels hardcore when it comes to both crafting and gathering. So, alright, he's got plenty of things to pay attention to.
Apparently Matthew Kessler is in our guild and is almost level 50 as well.
Man! Alright, whatever.
What? You're almost level 50.
I tried to get him to join me on instances, and I noticed that he was like literally doing the same one I was after I tried to get him to join it with me, and he never answered me.
What a dick. What a dick. Banned from the guild.
I know, man. I was like, hey, let's do this instance. And then I never heard back from him, so I just went in and did it. And then I heard him talking about one of the, like, he mistyped in our guild chat the strats for the boss of the dungeon that I was on.
Great.
And I was like, I could have done it. But I think he's also DPS, so it would have just been like the longest like guild queue ever.
Reginald says, "I have a level 50 BRD. I don't know what that is. Is that Bard?
Bard.
Wow.
That's Bard.
You just throw in an A there, and that clears it right up. With half my Relic Quest done. Relic Quest is the thing to get like high-level gear, basically, right?
Relic Quest is your class weapon, basically.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I think it's like a 5-part quest chain.
I feel like
5-man dungeon or 2.
I feel like there's a lot of fucking content in this game. Like I feel like
there's a shitload.
I feel like you could keep busy for quite a while.
There's story quests up to 50 that take you through solo content, 4-player groups, and 8-player groups. There are class quests for every class up to 30. After that,
oh man, Cassatoria is playing a little tune for me.
Oh, nice.
I kind of want to be a bard.
There's job quests from 30 to 50.
Is it
for each job?
Yeah.
And
those are separate from class quests.
Those are separate from class quests. Okay. There's going to be arena PvP. There's going to be raids. I should say there's class quests for all the gathering and crafting professions too, up to 50. And there's artifact
And so, to clarify, class quests aren't really constant. So story quests seem pretty constant. I haven't run into any problems where there's a large break in between story quests.
Yes, story quests are totally like they're meant to. You do them alongside your side quests.
Yeah.
Basically.
Class quests are basically every 5 levels. So
yeah. Same with job quests.
So there's been a lot of with my Marauder quests, doing one and then taking a long break and then doing another.
And they were more like this in 1.0. They aren't as much like this now, but they exist to teach you how to use skills. Like there's a Black Mage quest that teaches you how to use sleep on mobs. Like you have to keep mobs under sleep in order for the NPCs you're with to kill the dude or whatever, you know. So they're kind of neat that they teach you how to use certain skills.
Let me show off some of these emotes while Cassatoria is here.
The Pugilist quest teaches you how to use combos, basically.
I just jumped on my knees and bowed.
Slash disappointed is my favorite emote in the entire game, in case you're wondering and wanted to try it out.
Oh god, here's somebody with a unicorn? Oh, that's Scratty. God damn, you guys are just following me around.
I like that I don't give a shit. I'm off questing.
Yeah,
I don't give.
you're
I
the
don't
one
care.
person who's on Skype with me. You don't care.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I'm not gonna watch you craft. That's
I
like more
like
work.
air quotes.
Yeah,
Slash
air quotes is great. Slash disappointed is very, very good. I'm trying to think. There's a couple that are really only work with the cat, I think.
I also like, so there's one called slash visor that is straight up like, if you have a helmet that has a visor, it raises and lowers it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And there's a couple like slash shocked. If you have a cat, makes your tail stand up on end, which is really funny.
Scotty says, we're level 50, what else are we going to do? So after I'm just sitting there thinking, there's so much content, there's so much to do. These guys have nothing to do but follow me around.
Nerds.
Thrillhouse asks if there are flying mounts in the game yet.
Not yet.
I mean, like,
I don't know if there will be.
I've seen mounts that float off the ground, but not actually, like, flying.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect them, to be honest. But who knows? This is a different game than 11, so...
Yeah.
You could. Who knows?
Could be like WoW, where it's like an expansion thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they add zones that are more built for flying later on.
Yeah, it didn't get into WoW until Burning Crusade, so... Oh, I forgot the next expansion, the next patch is also player housing. So that's pretty cool.
Kooky says the game is too instance for flying mounts. That could be. I don't know.
Yeah, there's some load screens, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, the zones are decently sized, but it's like 11, it's like...
They're split up by load screens, like old school. Like, it's not a big open world, necessarily.
No, but that's fine.
No, I don't have a problem with it.
It's... After someone who's played through the 11 BS of screen loading, where you literally, if you talk in a chat while you're loading, the other person can't see it, and you can't like party invite people in load screens. This is 11, not this game.
Yeah,
but yeah, much better than it used to be.
To be honest, like that's a huge improvement from most MMOs. Just having the chat work while you're loading is like such a nice thing.
Chat works at any point during any cutscene. If you want to chat during cutscenes, if you want to chat during load screens, if you want to whatever, chat is always up, for better or worse.
Yay! What's my level 5 quest?
Mine some stuff.
Mine more shit.
Man, I've been wanting Doritos all day. I might get some after this stream is over.
You need to make that happen. I was thinking of taking a quick break and then coming back and streaming some more in like, like 15 or 20 minutes. How long would it take you to go get Doritos?
Probably like 10 minutes. Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Oh man, that's a sharp gathering thing I got here. Well, let me see what this quest is quick, and then let's maybe take a break.
Yeah, then I'll just follow you around and I'll mine too, because I haven't actually mined any yet.
Just follow me around playing bard music. It's just fucking great.
Oh man, the first time I was in a party with a bard, it freaked me out because I kept hearing that music, and I was like, where the fuck is that music coming from? It was like, I thought there was something broken on my computer. But no. I'm hoping they put like Dancer and stuff in this too. That would be nice. Like a lot of the 11 classes would be cool to see again. Samurai.
I'm sure there's, I'm sure if they're already planning expansions, I'm sure they're already planning new classes as well.
Samurai, Geomancer. Trying to think what else is in here. Dancer, Blue Mage.
Where am I?
And yeah, someone asked in the Twitch chat if there's a bard spell to increase run speed, and there is. Yeah, there's a run speed one.
That's great. That's old school. That's like, it's like EverQuest shit.
Yeah, there's a mana regen one.
Run speed. So like that's something that if you never saw Final Fantasy XIV version 1.0, That is one of the incredible, like, the first things I noticed when I played the beta for 14.2.0 for A Realm Reborn. It's like, the run speed is so much faster. Just the like, default run speed. And then you also start with a sprint thing that you can use every, like, 30 seconds or whatever. But the run speed in version 1.0 was just, you were so slow. It was ridiculous.
It was rough, yeah. There was a sprint as well.
People are saying Time Mage, an assassin.
That would be nice.
Red Mage, somebody wants.
Red Mage is in 11, yeah.
Time Mage would be cool. I would love to see what they do with that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Yeah, let's take a look around. I need to get bone chips. I'm not entirely sure where to go for those.
I don't know. Let me see. Bone chips.
I guess I have a gathering log I could look at. Spineless Basin. Let's see.
You could also buy them.
You just always like taking the easy way out.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just, I'm just saying.
Sean says, I've never played 11, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't see how you would implement a class like Red Mage into an MMO. I don't know.
It already happened in Final Fantasy 11.
How did it, he's saying he never played 11, so like, how was it implemented there?
It was like a real dot-heavy class, which was kind of weird. But it was not great to level with, I'll tell you that, to solo with.
To be fair, nothing in 11 was really great to level with.
Other than Warrior, you're probably right. Yeah, it was like a dot-heavy class, and it had it was a debuff class. It had like poison and stuff like that. Like 11 was one of the last MMOs that went with classes that were strictly buff debuff. So it used that a lot, and it shared a lot of white and black magic as well.
Sure,
like it wasn't completely debuff based, but there was a lot of debuffs.
J-Law brings up Monk.
Yeah, Monk was great. Monk exists in 14 right now. You start with Pugilist and level up that and like
oh Jesus,
Conjurer or something like that with it.
Somebody's riding Gabu.
Yeah, I got one of those. They're great. What I would like to see implemented is Corsair, my favorite class from 11.
Castoria has a Gabu. I wish I had one. So that's for playing 1.0, right?
You had to play 1.0 and get to level 35 and talk to an NPC, and he would give it to you.
Yeah, I really didn't have any chance of getting that.
Yeah, I'd like to see, which I doubt it will get put in a way I like, but I want to see Corsair.
What is Corsair exactly?
In 11, it was a buff debuff class that had you rolled dice for all your spells.
Okay.
And each spell had a lucky number, and you had to try and reach that lucky number without busting.
That's kind of weird, but kind of cool.
It was like Setzer, the class, basically.
Yeah.
And he had and it was all kinds of buffs. Like he had XP buffs, attack damage buffs, mana regen buffs, all kinds of stuff. And then they also casted spells out of a 6-barrel shotgun.
All right, yeah, I'm pretty sold on that. That's something I'd like to see.
It was cool. Yeah, there's no gun class in this. There was supposed to be a gun class in 1.0. The plan was the first expansion was going to have Musketeer. In fact, in 1.0, the Musketeers Guild actually existed. It was a place you could go to.
Didn't you say they were going to add that to this?
That's the rumor, but now I don't know. That they said that they are looking into Musketeer, and then ever since then, when people ask about it, they're like, "Oh, we don't know."
Sure.
So I don't know.
I guess it wasn't in those patch plans. So then again, maybe it's something. Maybe it's something that they're like, we'll throw it into the expansion.
Yeah, I mean, they've said before any new classes aren't going to happen without an expansion.
Okay.
Yeah, and someone else brings up there's no thief, which is kind of weird. Monk has some thief skills, though. But in this, it does. But yeah, there's no direct thief one. Which is fine. Thief sucked in 11. It was terrible. In my opinion.
That is a little weird. Thief is like a strange... You just kind of expect that. Particularly in a Final Fantasy game.
I'm trying to think of the actual jobs. There's Warrior, Paladin, Monk, Dragoon, White Mage, Black Mage, Bard, Scholar, and Summoner.
I've been hearing good things about Summoner. I've been watching Kevin Van Ord has been playing this. Kevin Van Ord from GameSpot.
GameStop.com.
GameSpot.com has been playing this and tweeting about it and playing as a summoning class as the what's the starting summoning class?
Arcanist.
Yeah, that one. But he said that summoning is really interesting in the game because he said it's the first MMO he's played where his summons actually feel really powerful.
Yeah, they're great. They're little. You start out with a Topaz Carbuncle, who is super cute, and is your DPS pet, and then you get a yellow Carbuncle. It's called something else, not yellow Carbuncle, and that's your tank pet. And then when you switch over to Summoner, you get baby versions of Titan and Ifrit that you can.
Interesting.
Use.
Okay, so I got Lay of the Land 2 now. And what that does is specifically points me to the highest level mining node in the region.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's like, here's the one, like, if you're specifically looking for, like, higher level stuff, go here.
And then someone in the chat asked about if you're leveling an Arcanist, do you level both jobs at the same time? And no, you don't. It's kind of interesting. The way jobs work is you equip a soul crystal, so it's like an item that turns you into that job. So you'll level Arcanist as Arcanist, and it'll even tell you when you get experience. No matter what, if you have Summoner or Scholar job equipped, it'll be like you earn 2,000 Arcanist experience. And then basically the soul crystal it gives you access to whatever job-specific abilities they are, while also restricting your cross-class abilities, basically.
What if
and you can totally switch back and forth between the two, Summoner and Scholar, just by switching the crystal, but you can't have both at the same time.
What if I have the crystal for the White Mage equipped while I'm playing as a Marauder?
I don't think it won't let you do that. It'll only let you equip.
Fuck this game. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
This game's bullshit.
It'll only let you be the warrior.
Kessler already has a 48 Summoner and a 48 Scholar? Jesus.
Well, because all you do is you change the crystal. He's a 48 Arcanist who can change between Summoner and Scholar by changing his crystal.
I see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still fucked up.
Yeah, Arcanist is unique because I think Arcanist you don't have to level a second class in order to get your job.
Jayla asks, should I buy this game? If I do, will it last? I played many MMOs since FF11. I mean, it's like, I feel like with MMOs, it's always impossible to say whether they're going to last. That said, the game's really good, and it seems to have, as with 11, I think a lot of people from 11 came over to this, and that fan base seems pretty loyal.
Yeah. But specifically, this is not don't go into this looking for 11.
Sure. And also, though, I feel like Square has spent so much money on this game between launching it the first time and relaunching it now that I think they have to make it last. I think they're depending on it.
Yeah, definitely. And they've said before they want to heavily focus on their MMO division, which is
I wonder
this 11 and Dragon Quest.
I wonder if we're ever going to get Dragon Quest here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, they stopped talking about it. They stopped talking about it completely.
They're gonna wait for the PC port and they'll port that here. I bet we won't get the console version.
There's a PC port coming?
They've talked about it. Please be excited. Essentially, they haven't actually.
I would have assumed like maybe the Wii U version, although with how the Wii U is doing it over here, maybe not. Maybe that's a silly idea.
I would be surprised if we get any console versions of this game. Or of Dragon Quest. But who knows? I mean, it's a very console-friendly game. So.
Sure. I'm interested, like, I love the Dragon Quest franchise, so I'm totally interested in playing that game. But we'll see.
I mean, it sounds, to me, the way it's set up right now is it's like, I don't know. Has a lot of weird tie-ins that I think are really creepy and weird.
What do you mean?
No, I guess not creepy, but it's like, buy this soda and you get, like, an XP buff kind of thing. And
that stuff probably isn't going to come over, though. That's a very, like...
No, yeah, that's...
In Japan, that flies because Dragon Quest is so big over there, right?
And and it's like a 7-Eleven specific thing there, because 7-Elevens are huge in Japan. And that kind of stuff. There's a lot of, like... And there's... I don't know, it's... I don't know, 8-4 Play in previous episodes have talked a lot about that game. I guess...
Have they liked it?
Yeah, I guess JJ plays it, and he's a big fan.
Okay.
It's I don't know. I haven't been like the biggest Dragon Quest fan in my life, so I might just be the wrong person to ask about it. But
it's also a case too where like maybe by the time that comes out in North America, assuming it does at some point, having already played this game, you know, it might be a case where I'm like, I know that Square can do an MMO that is better than this, and it already exists.
Yeah. That's the other thing is this looks so much better than that in many ways. Like that seems. I mean, it seems very restrictive. I guess it's very old school MMO-y. You know.
JLaw says, "Is this still using the system where you have to maintain your subclass level for your main?" I don't know what that is.
That's a Final Fantasy XI thing.
I don't think there are technically subclasses, right?
Yeah, there's no subclasses. It's just you equip a job, basically. Subclasses are a 11 thing. When that was where you had to keep your subclass because you had to keep it at a high enough level to match with your main class level is a hassle.
All these people from our guild are just finding me and like hanging out.
Dang, who's trailing after you now? Jeez.
Miggs Rock Savvy, which I believe is Dr. Evilbones?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yep. Well, hey, anybody who's watching in the chat, if you want a friendly, creepy, stalkery guild to join, Sargentanus, that's the server.
Yep.
Look up YOLO YOLOLO. I'll get you in.
Or Taco Face Delicioso.
Either of us. Okay, why don't we take a break? I'm going to go grab a soda. You're going to go... Oops, I didn't want to do that. You're going to go get Doritos.
Yep.
Basically, the things we need to be disgusting
MMO players.
Disgusting MMO players for as long as possible.
I'm going to go buy Doritos and then I'll be on Skype, so I won't be able to eat them.
Whatever, you can... Whatever.
I'm going in. 5 Doritos at once.
We're gonna... I'm gonna stop the stream for like probably 10 to 15 minutes and then restart it once we're all back. So if you guys are interested in watching more, I will stop doing crafting and gathering stuff and actually go do some regular...
some quests and some story stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some regular questing and some story stuff and get my Marauder leveled up a little more. So, in fact, let me switch over to my Marauder now in anticipation. Equip. And that shows you how easy it is. Class change Marauder. There I am.
Boom.
So yeah, we'll be back in approximately 10 to 15 minutes. Please be excited.